Good evening and welcome to the Poker League of Nations official Twitch channel. My name is Stella and I am very happy to be broadcasting to you live tonight from Melbourne, Florida. I'm one of the ambassadors at Poker League of Nations, the world's largest women's poker organization, with over 3,400 members and growing stronger every day. This evening we are featuring our No Limit Hold'em tournament series on the PokerStars platform, and we're just about to get going, starting the tournament right now. So you will be able to see my whole cards, but there is a 5-minute delay on the stream, just to keep the integrity of the game, so people can't see what I have while we're playing. So if you'd like to tune in just on your phone or your mobile device on your computer, you can go to twitch.tv/Poker League of Nations. So you can see this, but you're going to be watching it 5 minutes after it actually happens. Okay? So thank you for being here. I'm very excited that you're all here tonight. This tournament is, so far it looks like we have 22 players, so we will have a good time with 22 players, and we have 10 minutes of late registration. So like I said, we have a 5-minute delay. I don't think, we have a bet and a raise, so I will just fold and get out of the way there, just to protect the integrity of the game so people aren't seeing my hand, as it's happening. So we have a lot of great things to talk about tonight. Tonight's winner receives prizes donated by our sponsors, and you're also going to receive points for this tournament. I'd like to give a shout out to our sponsors that donate the prizes, and they also help us sponsor tournaments. We have International Poker Room, European Poker Series, King's Resort, Italian Poker Sport, UK Poker Room, South Point Poker Room, Poker Elephant, Never Forget a Hand Again, Spades Sunshades, Helix Poker, Best Bet Jacksonville, 888 Poker, WPT World Poker Tour, Poker Rabbit, and the Horse app. We want to thank you so much. Oh, and now a nice pair of jacks. So I really don't mind raising just less than 3 times the big blind. When the blinds are so small, I really am okay with just playing small pots, especially with jacks. Like we have a ace flop and a flush draw, and more than likely my jacks have been out flopped and they're not any good now, but I just hate to give them up with only one over, and this player could be betting because they have a flush draw. So I'm gonna peel one and see what happens. You never know, you might get a jack here. I just love this small bets that players make here on this one. Now this can only mean one of two things, right? She's either really strong or she's really weak. It's so funny. Let's see what she decides to do now this time. There's that little tiny bet again, and like it only means one of two things. She's either really strong and she wants me to raise, or she's really weak. So let's find out. Ah, she had me. Well, I could have gotten away cheaper. I regret raising. I just love this game. It's just so much fun. I cannot. It's just always very exciting. And it's really exciting to be here broadcasting to you tonight from Melbourne, Florida. For the Poker League of Nations, the world's largest women's poker organization. We also have over 3,400 members. And we just keep growing. Wow, I just keep getting pair after pair after pair. Like, players are like not going to believe me. They're just going to get like really upset because I keep raising. Have you ever you've seen that before, right? There's a player keeps raising. Okay, it's going to be one of those nights. Honestly, I'm not trying to start out, like a hyper lag, a super aggressive person. Okay, this is a great spot. Now, I'm not in position, but I will continue because I opened the pot, right? So I raised, and so I'm just going to go ahead and continue. Just because, there is a king, and I didn't flop a set just to, make it believable, right? Okay, sorry about that music and distracting in the background. So I just turn that off and I will. So you can concentrate if you're watching the stream while you're playing. Well, now I'm not sure. This is a very good player here. I think I know who she is. I don't know all the players. And she makes a really good play, although she could be bluffing. But I just don't feel like my pair is any good now. So I will fold. And now I've already lost about a third of my stack. So that's not so great and wonderful. But anyway, that's poker. So I'd like to give a shout out to our founder, Lena Evans, who makes this all possible. She works really hard. She's always updating in the group. If you haven't joined the group and you are a lady and you'd like to join the group, then just below this stream, you can click on the logo and that'll take you straight to the group. Now there's an ace, and this is a really good player too. I've played against her before. Now there's an ace. And I have to call her just because she bet so small. Wow, she had three fours. Okay, nice hand. I think I'm just going to sit out for the rest of the time. Oh. Okay, yes, yeah, so like I was saying, Lena Evans has established the Founders Fund for us. And what the Founders Fund does is we stake ladies into larger buy-in events. Well, I just want to see if I can hit something here, but I'm not going to be able to. I might as well just fold the rest of the tournament. And so, with the staking in the Founders Fund is, the idea is that if you cash and you do well in a large tournament, that you pay back some, you share your earnings, your winnings with the Founders Fund to give another lady a chance to receive funds or to be staked into a tournament and have a chance to win, So that's how that works. And there's been several ladies that have already received some nice staking to some very, very nice events. I will just fold. We'd like to give a lot of thanks, big round of applause to all the volunteer ambassadors that work diligently to help us manage this organization, because without them we wouldn't be able to do it. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you so much. Wow, she had a great hand, 3-card fan. Like, I have all these really speculative hands, but they're not really any good. We also like to remind you to submit your video entry for the Win a Seat contest into the $10,000 World Series of Poker main event. Your video submissions, we'd like for you to send them in by April 1st. That's going to be the deadline. And just send them in to pokerleagueofnations@gmail.com. Wow, I won a hand. That's great. There it is again. I've got it again. That's amazing. Okay, so, and right, if you haven't joined the group, you can also go to our website at www.pokerleagueofnations.com. Okay, this is just a min raise, right? I like a min raise. It's just saying here I am. I'm gonna open. I don't know what you have, but I'll find out. I'll half pot bet here. Well, now we're a chop if she has an ace, and it doesn't matter if she has a flush draw. So we'll just make it a small bet here, maybe a third. And then again, we'll just make it another small bet, like a little bit more than half, or about half. Okay, good. So those are all really good value bets there for me. Looks like the player was playing a flush. Yeah. Player had a flush. Player had king, queen of hearts was a flush. Okay, So now we have fives. Perfect little pocket fives. Oh, no takers. Okay, fantastic. So I'd like to just give you a little bit more about our organization. We have lots of free content in the group that you can find to help you with your game, or if something you want to discuss, you can ask questions. We have Facebook takeovers where we feature top poker celebrities and professionals, and you can submit your questions, or you can ask your questions live on the stream. And we have a really exciting guest coming up. She is the World Series of Poker Ladies champion, Marsha Wolak. Why did this player... did I check the turn? I'm not sure. Yikes. Like, my nines are really good all the way to the end. I'll have to fold. That's fine. Yeah, so Marsha Wolak, she will be with us on Facebook Live Takeover March 26th at 10 a.m. Las Vegas time. So be sure to save the date. Mark your calendars for that. We look forward to seeing Marsha there. And don't forget to give her a lot of hearts and a bunch of likes. So in the stream, if you just click on those thumbs up and hearts, they appear, and you can do it repetitively. I always do. It's just our way of showing love, right? And I have air, and then there's a heart flop, and it's just no good. I will fold. And then there's package giveaways. We give packages away to prestigious events. The next one we're having is going to be to the Patrick Antonius Poker Open ladies event. You can win a seat and 2 nights of accommodation there in Tallinn, Estonia. Well, I wish I was going, that's for sure. Oh, we have a player now all in. This is going to be a big hand. We have one caller with 585 left. That's a lot. Well, it's a chip in a chair and another call. But there's still side action here for 585 effective. Is all it's going to cost bullish 555. But she decides to put Jan Juice 88 in. We have 2 pair in the flop. And it looks like she's going to take the whole pot and take 2 players out. Very good. Very nice. Very nice hand. Okay, so we're down to 21 players are left. We had 25 to start. I will check that. There's really nothing I have here. really have nothing, so I'm just checking. I'm just check folding. There's nothing I can do. I'm not planning on stealing any pots right now. It's too early. It's too early for all that. There's no need to get creative at this point. Here we have a four times the big blind raise open under the gun. That's probably a very good hand. So I will fold my speculative 7-6 of hearts and get out of the way. Okay, so let's see. The ladies' event in Tallinn will begin on Saturday, April 6th at 1 p.m. There will be a champagne kickoff with Patrick. If you buy in, it's going to be 110 euros. I'm sure you don't want to miss that because he's the best looking man in poker. As far as I'm concerned. I know some people may not agree, but I do. Okay, looks like I've flopped a pretty good flush draw. Wow, this player, she's really tough. I'm just going to fold. But, I mean, her stack is like deep enough to make her, to 3-bet me, but my stack is not big enough to call. My stack isn't big enough to call 3-bets. That's the problem. Even though it seems like it is a little bit deep. I like playing online. I can use my calculator. 70. No, it's not even deep at all. 70 big blinds. It's not really. It's not a lot. Okay, we have some people watching. Okay, great. So we're going to try to take a look at some other tables as well. And I'll continue to update you on things that we have going on. We're at Twitch TV. We're at Twitch TV // Poker League of Nations. Well, that it doesn't allow me type the colon symbol in the chat box. 50, I will call one. We'll call 150. She checks, huh? It's a check. Ooh, and I got that. Okay, very good. I will check. Okay, so whenever Poker League of Nations sponsors a lot of events around the world, the next one besides the Patrick Antonius Poker Open will be the Irish Poker Open in Dublin, Ireland on April 18th. And whenever we have those events, you'll have a chance to appear on live streaming TV here on Twitch and on Facebook Live. We recently went to play in a sponsored event powered by Poker League of Nations in Jacksonville. And during the ladies' event, the table that was featured was like randomly drawn, and then as players were eliminated, then more players were randomly drawn to join that table. And I did get a chance to appear there, so, and that was really exciting, very exciting. So if you ever get a chance, you should definitely do that. And the final table was also broadcast live on Twitch TV and Facebook Live. Like, I really have nothing here, so I'm just going to fold and get out of the way. So this is the second to the last tournament of the season for the No Limit Hold'em Poker League of Nations home games. And then we will begin a new season. And we're also going to have a season for mixed games, in case you'd like to play those, or you would like to learn how to play those or get more practice in playing those. We did play one last week for practice. We played Omaha High-Low, and it was a lot of fun because I certainly did not know what I was doing, but I think I knew that I had a low hand once. Other than that, I just really don't know. And our founder, Lena Evans, she won the tournament. She actually had quad kings at one point. So we'd like to congratulate her on that one. I really, really, really have nothing but ace high, so I have no reason to float this player. I will just fold. This stream does have a 5-minute delay just to protect the integrity of the game so that people can't see my cards as it's happening. This may end up being a really long tournament, and we might have some intermission. We definitely have a nice intermission video coming up for you. It looks like the break will be in 9 minutes. So right now I've switched to another table here just so we can take a look at some of the other players and see how they're doing. Let's see, we have I will just fold. It's it's playing the other table while we are looking at this other table where we have Micmac 1024, CK Fam, Nut 1222, Crazy Egg. We've got Helix Poker, Bellad, and Blonde Girly. And let's take a look at chip counts right now. See what we have for chip counts. We have a Bullish 555. She's at my table. And she is the chip leader with 15,538. Then in second chip lead we have Heart Fanatic with 9,510. And in third, we have D2132 with 9,489. Fourth, we have Bellad J1 with 8,493. Okay. Then in fifth, we have 3-Card Fan. She's at my table for 6,545. So we're watching the other table right now. We're watching table, let's see, number 3. Table number 3. 20 players are left. We had 23 players to start. And we have our founder, Lena Evans, on table number 3. She's Helix Poker 88. She's a 2-time WSOP circuit ring winner. She's a professional poker player. And she's going to be traveling to Europe very soon to play in Tallinn and in Dublin. Bullish takes the pot with Jack 4. So let's see what happened there. It was a blind against blind, and 3 card let out on the flop, and a bullish smooth called her all the way down with the Jack that she flopped. And 3 card fan fired 3 streets of bullets. It looks like with the king high flush draw. It's a good try, but bullish was not going anywhere. She was definitely not going to do it. Ah, the underlay. So, if you don't already follow us on Twitch, be sure to follow us on Twitch by clicking on the heart on the TV screen, and then follow us on Twitter by going to it's at the bottom of the screen, POKRLEAG Nations, at POKRLEAG Nations. And on Instagram, look for Poker League of Nations. So it looks like Helix Poker 88, increased her stack. I missed what happened over there. But she has moved up on the chip leaderboard, as I'm way down here, 17. I will elect to fold my 9 here. Like, I just don't want to get involved with the flush draw on the board and this big stack. Bullish. 555 from Canada. with a lot of chips. A lot of chips. Looks like the other table we have an all-in. Blondie girl has gone all in, and Crazy Egg has called. Since Crazy Egg really didn't have a whole lot of chips left, she decided to go for it, and it worked out for her. Very nice. She turned a 10. Now she's up to 1,000. So she's the effective stack over on table 3. See if I could steal one from J-Lo. No chance. So, and with that, I'll give up. I will fold. I'm sure J-Lo Harmon has got me beat because I have nothing. Oh. Wait a minute. King 6 is not a good hand for me. Oh, next break in 12 minutes. Okay, so I read that wrong. These levels are 10 minutes long. So they really are long. In online world, that's a long time. So it looks like we're down to 2 tables and we have combined. We have a player on my right sitting out, and that's the only player sitting out at this table. I'm going to continue to play conservative right now, and even though I may be playing too tight right now because in the beginning I had like all these hands and I'm under the gun with King 8 suited. I don't like it for me, it's just not good enough for me. I probably play too tight, and I probably should loosen up, especially with the blinds that are low. The blinds are still low right now, so it's okay to play loosely, because once you get short stack, then you won't be able to. You'll be waiting for something good, and then you may still lose. So we have a open with a min raise open from under the gun, and a flat call from bullish 555. And in the blind, I have pot odds to just complete that and see what happens with my ace deuce suited. And I will just get out of the way there, because I didn't really get anything that didn't look good to me. So I missed the flop 62% of the time or something like that. It's a lot. And I get trapped in the big blind and the small blind more than any other position. And a lot of times it just comes from defending and completing, and then hitting something you really can't fold. We also have groups for regions. We have regional groups in the Poker League of Nations. So you can get close to fellow players in your area. You guys can plan to go together and play events that are near your home. You can also plan home game staking tournaments. Okay, so some more info on the play and stay package to the Patrick Antonius Poker Open. 2 days to go to enter. Win 1 seat to the ladies event, powered by Poker League of Nations, the world's largest women's poker organization, and 2-night accommodations with breakfast included at the 5-star Hilton Tallinn Park Hotel in Estonia. This package is valued at 420 euros. The deadline to enter is Friday, the 22nd of March at 11:59 p.m. GMT +1 time. The winner will be announced on Saturday, the 23rd of March. And perhaps I can put the link in the Twitch chat. How's that? No, I would fold that. Yep, I have the link in the Twitch chat. So if you're watching the Twitch channel, I've just posted the link giving you the how to enter. This link will tell you how to enter to win the play and stay package at the 5-star Hilton Tallinn Park Hotel in Estonia. I wish I was going. Definitely. Okay, I'm folding this. J-Lo Harmon has opened the pot for 3 times the big blind. She's got a smooth call behind her from Alley Cat Alley. Bullish 555, the chip leader. She smooth calls, and so does Vincitor. Okay, and looks like we do have a play and stay package giveaway for the event at the Irish Poker Open. Oh, I'm sorry. This is going to be at IPS, Italian Poker Sport. Spring Edition main event with 5 days of single occupancy accommodations at 4-star Park Hotel and Entertainment in Slovenia, Nova Gorica, Slovenia. Delpinova Ulica, I hope I didn't mess that up, Nova Gorica, Slovenia. Ticket to the main event, valued at 400 euros and 5-day single occupancy accommodations, value at 430 euros. For a total package price of 830 euros. Wow, that's fantastic. I wish I was in Slovenia. This is going to be 22nd through the 30th of April at the Perla Resort and Entertainment. Well, J-Lo Harmon, she's opening 3 times. I mean, I could defend. I guess I will. Oh, like I'm really glad I did. Let's see if she continues. Unless that's the case ace, and she has pocket aces. And if that's the case, like, I'm just got bad luck. Does she have 8, 7? Does she have Jack 8? I doubt it. Let's see. Let's just go all in and see what she has. If she calls. She's thinking about it. If she's watching the stream, she'll know in 5 minutes if she made the right fold. We're going on a break, so we'll be right back. Okay, welcome back and thank you for joining us. Welcome to the Poker League of Nations official Twitch channel. My name is Stella and I'm one of the ambassadors in Florida. We have many, many volunteer ambassadors we're very grateful for. I have ace-8 offsuit. Now this to me, this is dead man's hand, and I will just fold because I'm out of position. So I'd like to tell you a little bit about our sponsor, the Horse app. This is a horse poker calculator, and our sponsor is giving us, all the members of Poker League of Nations, a free full app download for 1 month. The poker calculator from Shark Face Poker is the first poker tool app in the iTunes store. And it will provide you with, I think I'll smooth call here on the button with King 9. 5 major games: Hold'em, Omaha with high-low, Raz, Stud, 8 or better. And it's really fast and the graphics are optimized. And you can use this on iTunes, on your Apple device. So be sure to capitalize on that if you get a chance. This is a straighty, flushy board, and I have a king, but I'm going to fold and get out of the way because I really don't like my probabilities. I mean, what could I possibly make that would beat a flush or a Broadway straight, perhaps? And now a royal flush is possible. Okay. And D2132 takes the pot. I will just fold my weak ace offsuit. And let's see, we have something really cool and exciting. We have the Poker League of Nations Hall of Fame champions. If you win this tournament, we have a beautifully designed overlay for your profile pic that you can use. It's been approved by Facebook. And it's just really, really nice. It's beautiful. It's just gorgeous. And that would be, though, that is for anybody who wins this home game, online home games. We have Charmaine Peterson Nava, the winner on July 18th of 2018. We have Kathy Chang. And now this could be a live win as well, I believe. And you will earn the right to display this beautiful overlay on your profile picture. We have, oh, just a second, I cannot resize that window. It's fine. Kathy Chang was the winner of the PLON online home game October 2nd of 2018. She won the online home game on November 27th of 2018. She also won on December 13th of 2018, and she won again on December 16th of 2018. So wow, she's tough, huh? She's a great player. Oh, okay. Let me min open with my 7th here under the gun, see what happens. Oh, what a nice, and this is like against the big stack. So what I have to do is try to build the pot big enough so that I could go all in, and she can, oh, she folds. Amazing. She's probably, I think she's won a bunch of times. But anyway, let's see. We have Kathleen Twomey, and Kathleen helps us manage the home game that we're playing now. She does a fantastic job. She does fabulous work, and we really are very proud to have her. Very, very proud. Very awesome. She was the winner of the online home game on June 3rd of 2018. She was the winner of the online home game. Okay, just a second. I can't tell you because I'm playing. I fold. Let's see. She won on June 17th of 2018. She won on September 2nd of 2018. She won again on September 18th of 2018. Very good. Thank you, Kathleen Twomey, for all you do. We have Louise Jean, who has won the online home game. Let me complete this here just to... I have a 7, but I'm not sure I like it. I don't like it. As a matter of fact, I just do not like it. So anyway, Louise Jean has won the... Yep. My 7 was never any good. I was happy to check it down. She has won this online home games 1, 2, 3 times. June 10th, 2018, August 15, 2018, January 16, 2018. So let's see. Susan Castan Murphy has also won the home game. Shannon Fiore has won the home game. I will fold. Gabby Marks has won the home game. Brigitte Bergold is a Poker League of Nations champion of the home game. Madara Vixa won the Poker League of Nations Battle of Malta ladies event on October 27th of 2018 at Casino Malta. She's the girl we saw in the, if you watched the break video, she was featured in there. Nikki Randolph won the Poker League of Nations warm-up June the 2nd of 2018 at the Stratosphere in Las Vegas. We'll be happy to find out if she's going to come to the Stratosphere this summer and defend her title. We'll be happy to see her there. We have Ursula Matman-Spar, winner of the Poker League of Nations Ladies Open Switzerland on July 14th of 2018 in Prestige Poker Switzerland. Very, very nice. Erica Reidler, winner of the Poker League of Nations Ladies Swiss Championship. Lakeisha Watkins Slaughter, winner of the Best Bet Jacksonville Poker League of Nations Ladies event on March 6th of 2018. And I was there and I witnessed the whole thing. And it was just awesome. It was so much fun. It was such a great game. It was so interesting. It's a beautiful place. And it was being broadcast with I believe a 15-minute delay on Twitch and Facebook. And those are still up too if you wanted to watch the replays. You would go to their Facebook page and you can find it. It's the 240 WPT Deep Stack Ladies event on March 6th. We have Natalka forgive me if I don't say it correctly. Poltavka, winner of the 888 Poker Live London Poker League of Nations Ladies event on December 2nd, 2018. Great job. Awesome. We have Karen Groves, winner of the Poker League of Nations 2019 WSOP Ladies Championship seat for her region in Southern California and the Palm Desert Staking Satellite on February 1st of 2019. Very well done. We have Marcy Buchholz Paulson, winner of the Poker League of Nations online home game May 13, 2018, and the winner of the Poker League of Nations home game on October 17. Aneli Majai. I'm not sure if I said that one correctly. She won the home game on May 6, 2018. She won it again on she was actually the quarter champion. Yes. Very good. I have a one card flush draw. Do you think that would count? Let me bet and see. It was good. It was good. Yes. Awesome. Yes, she was the home game 2018 first quarter season champion. She was the winner of the special online home game for a seat into the Poker League of Nations Ladies Swiss Championship on February 3rd, 2019. Very good, very well done. I will just fold and get out of the way here. Sorry, guys. I don't mean to eat the clock or tank, as they say. So we have a pot bet. We have a lead. Bullish 555 takes the lead with a pot and does get a fold. So nice hand, and that was a very nice bet. Let's check the leaderboard. Okay, so we have Helix Poker 88 has taken over the leaderboard. And I will fold this hand. Bullish 555 is second in chips with 19,163. Bellad J1 is third in chips with 14,962 chips. D2132 is fourth, in chips with 11,539. Then we have Heart Fanatic, Matty Bumpo, 3-card fan, Chicago Black Hawk 21, and 10 sticks in ninth, hanging in there just below starting stack as usual. And Vin Sitori 118 with 3,445. We have the smallest stack, which is the effective stack is RPL 2038 with 2,606. And then just above her, we have Alley Cat Alley with 2,658. So there are a lot of us who are just, pretty much around starting stack size. And there's only a few, about 4, that have actually doubled their starting stack, if not more. If not, they've increased it even more. So that's great. And I'm not ever good with a big stack, especially early. I'm gonna fold my trays. This is a nice size opening bet of 450. So I fold my craps because the only thing I could actually beat or win, the only way to win with those would be to flop a set, and that's a large portion of my stack. That's over 10% of my stack, and I really don't want to risk that much to flop a set. If it was perhaps if I could limp with that, and even with a min raise there, would have been just below 10% of my stack, and I could have called. But because she opened for 3 times the big blind, I couldn't call. So it was a good bet. And that's the only negative part about, that's the downfall of min raise opening the pots. Because you could get outflopped by someone who could call. And the deuces are, the same thing. If I raise the deuces, I open here, and if the flop's going to come, I miss it so many times, and I'm out of position, it's going to be really hard for me to play that. So I fold the deuces. And then we have a raise from Alley Cat Alley and a smooth call from J-Lo Harmon. I'll fold my 3, 5. I will just continue to fold and give you some more champions. We have Francis William, winner of the online home game in Omaha, March 3rd. Oh, I got a walk. Amazing. I love it. Prissy Guerrior, winner of the Poker League of Nations 2018 WSOP main event seat on June 25th, 2018. She actually was playing in the satellite that I was playing. My very first Poker League of Nations event. I have pot odds to call, right? Okay, well, you can't make a straight without a 5 or a 10. So I'm going to just complete that. And it's suited. And see what happens. Of course, nothing. Nothing but wishful thinking. And looks like it gets checked around, like all players are just not real excited about that flop either. Someone must have limped with an ace. So I will just continue to check. I won't even take a stab at it because it's so hard to steal pots when they're multi-way pots. It's like almost impossible to do that, especially from out of position. If you were against one player, okay, that would work, but against 3 players, it's not happening. And Vincentori makes a bet on the end and takes it down. Let's see if I just raise it and see what happens here. Perhaps I could represent like I have something. And then I can make a C bet and... Oh, but I got called. So that's not a good sign. I have complete air. So I fold. It didn't work. It didn't work out. It happens. We'll have to make a note and not c-bet this player again. But no, she probably had something. Okay, we have another champion, Jennifer Brown, Germany, winner of the Poker League of Nations online home game, Omaha, October 17, 2018. And I'm sure there's more winners, so we'll have to find some more. Let's see. And we have lots of deep runs for players as well that we like to highlight when they're doing great, when they do a great job. Because we all know it's not easy. Poker's a beautiful game, but it's not easy. It's a very fun game. We'd like to congratulate Judy Bylan on besting a field of 64 players in the WSOP Circuit Harrah's Atlantic City 250 Ladies event. She took it down. She won the gold ring. She took home a payday of $4,480. Very well done. Awesome. The ring is nice. It's beautiful. So we have an under the gun limp. So it looks like a player on my left, she wants to see a flop, and so does the button. So I like my 3-5 suited actually, and I'd like to sweeten the pot here a little bit with it, just in case that I get something really good. Oh. Oh no, I'm not. I can't even continue a C bet here. I really don't even have enough chips to do that with. That's okay. I should have just checked. I fold. That's fine. Good hand. All right. I will fold on that one. Let's see. That is a huge raise, it looks like. And 3 players are in the pot. Looks like a 4-time the big blind raise from 3-card fan. And I'm just around 10 big blinds, and then we have a under the gun limper. If oh dear. And this is where, we have to decide, do we want to play, or, I really prefer to be the opener. I really do not like calling big raises, even with those big suited hands. see if we can limp here. We're getting really close to where we're just going to have to go all in or full. And that may have been a better plan here. Would have been to go all in. Yeah, because now if the player even has a 10, you know, I have nothing. If I don't have you. So, now I have 38 and I will fold that. Certainly it's not any good. So let's check the leaderboard again and see what's up. Okay, so Helix Poker 88 has really gone out in front of the stretch. Oh, and bullish flops a full house and has eliminated 3-card fan. Good game, 3-card. We've really enjoyed playing with you. Thank you for coming and spending time with us this evening. We really appreciate that. And we look forward to seeing you here again. So Chicago Blackhawk is you know, in the hand with the big stack here, and really has no other choice but to call. And her king queen was good. So yeah, that really helped her. So she's still a contender. And basically Bullish had just limped on the button with her hand, and called a flop with a 4 on the flop, and then put the hammer on the river with her 4 against Chicago Blackhawks king on the flop. So she did well. Okay, this is my signature hand. I really can't fold, and what I think I'm going to try against a big stack, it's not a bad idea to go for a it's an old play coined by Harrington called the stop and go play. A lot of players don't really use it anymore. Oh, it definitely doesn't work. She's got queens. Nice hand, nice hand. I've been eliminated. Nice hand, nice hand. A good game and good luck. I will be here streaming for you. Okay, so while we'll stream and I'll give you some more info on the Poker League of Nations, the world's largest women's poker organization. We are also the world's largest and most internationally represented women's poker organization. And we have lots of volunteer ambassadors to really contribute to making this all happen. Because they definitely support us, give us lots of support. And we need that. Most definitely. Next break is in 18 minutes. "18 minutes to break. 18 minutes to go." So we're not down to a final table yet. We are 11-handed. 11 players are left. We need to eliminate 2 to combine tables and make a final table. Two to go. I think one of them is sitting out. Yes. Actually, two are sitting out. One of them is sitting out and has a good amount of chips, so it's possible she may have had to go take care of her family, and then she'll be back. So there are 6 players on table 3 and 5-handed on table 2. This is your short-handed strategy. And which is, it's really, awesome to open up your range now if you have chips, especially. If you're a short stack, you kind of don't have anything that you can do. You're just kind of at the mercy of what cards you're going to get. You really, you lose a lot of your potential or your arsenal when you're short stack. Unfortunately, it happens. But yeah, in this dynamic, when you're short-handed, you're trying to get to a final table, what you want to do is notice who is trying to who has really tightened up, and who is waiting for a really good hand. Because if you open your range against those people, you can actually raise and they will fold. They're going to fold a lot of times. So you're actually taking advantage of them. And you want to definitely put pressure on the stacks that are small and not too small, because they may decide that they're going to defend themselves. And as long as you're willing to risk what they have left in their stack, which is the effective stack, then you're okay. But if you should actually target a more of a medium stack. You should actually go after those players by stealing their blinds and stealing their pots. I know what to do. I just don't ever get a chance to do it. But so you guys can do it. I love to watch, and I'm happy to be your rail bird. It's okay with me. Oh, there we go. It's a check. So Vincentori checked. It looks like her ace-8 suited. Is check on the flop. She 250 bet on the turn with her ace when she hit it, and then check. There was a 2 sevens. There was a paired board, and she takes the pot. 1400 adds a little bit to her stack. So there we go. So Bullish now has made a nice raise from the button and has gotten those stacks to fold, and that's what you really want to do at this dynamic of the game. Definitely just be aware, you have a short stack in the big blind. Are you willing to risk that much of your stack to play against this player if they have a hand? Because obviously they're waiting for a hand. They're not playing any two. I don't see them doing that at all. It's very careful. So it looks like the player sitting out is all in on the other table right now, and probably is going to be eliminated, because in this poker client, this platform, they do not let the player who's sitting out will never be able to break the pot. They're just insta fold. It says they're all in, but they've already been mucked. You just can't see it. Wow. So now we have a player who's just timing out, looks like. Perhaps she's lost her connection. Or maybe she's got a decision she's trying to make. it looks like she's sitting out now, so she did time out, and she might have lost her connection, and it's possible that she had to go and take care of her family as well. So that's understandable. It does happen. Now we have a very short stack here, and it looks like she was in the blind. She's all in. It's a pot-sized bet, and bullish 555 had the right odds to call. I mean, with the size of her stack, she had to call. So J-Lo Harmon is happy she called. That gives her a little bit more in her stack. A little, she's staying alive here. A little bit more. Life support, as some people will say. And now she gets 3 times the big blind raise from the button against the big stack. So if I were bullish 555, I'd tread lightly right now. She's all in again. And bullish did hit a jack in calls. And she had a flush draw and missed. So J-Lo Harmon has a little bit more life. Her chip stack has gone up even more so. And that's the thing about when I play the big stack. I always chip everybody up. I don't know. I play better as a short stack, I believe. But that could be just in all of my mind. Probably. Looks like we have it all in at the other table. Helix Poker 88 with Ace King against Ace 4. And Maddie Bumpos hits a 4 on the turn and stays alive. Okay, very good. Nice hand. So yeah, this is a dynamic, like 2 before the final table, a bubble that, players are not going to go out there. They're being very careful. And the big stacks, they just have to keep putting pressure on them with that stack. Yep, that's what bullish 555 has done now, with 4 times the big blind open, and gets through and takes those blinds and those antes. It's very good, very good. Helix Poker 88 min raised on the other table now. And Maddie Bumpo in the small blind, and the big blind, has decided to defend. Is first to act and checks. And folds to the C bet from the big stack there. Okay. Moving right along. Now we're in the hand of big blind against a button. And button has looks like she flopped the straight. She flopped the oh no, she turned it. She needed a queen. She hit a pair and flop. And turned it straight. Straight to the king. Awesome. So you guys, I don't know where you are, but we're in Florida and it's been raining every day, and that's very unusual. And it's also cold. Normally it's very warm here. It was really warm earlier in the winter. Yeah, it's 62. It's very cold. For me, I live here because I like it to be warm all the time, and I like sunshine every day. Like, I never get tired of it. I don't know about you. I imagine it's pretty cold in Canada. I know it's beautiful, but it's too cold for me. Maybe in the summer it would be okay. So yeah, bullish 555 puts the pressure on this short stack and gets 3-bet and 4-bets all in. So, oh my, we've got ace ace against 6-6, and J-Lo Harmon is got her stack built up nice. She's made a big comeback. Okay, where are we? Let's see. We are still, well, actually, we're 10-handed now. Yep, we're 10-handed now because we lost the sitter on the other table. And we have the short stack all in against the sitter and the big stack. But I understand that she doesn't want to continue chipping short stacks up. And although there is a place where there is a time where you have to call any two because it only costs you 10% of your stack. Like Dan Harrington said, whenever it cost him 10% of his stack or less, he was just going to call any two. And I believe that was 10% of that big stack. The short stack, 1961, is 10% of 18,000, or it was 19,000 at the time. And I've seen that a lot. I see that a lot. People will still fold and not call with any two. Let's see if I can arrange our TV to show two tables here. So we could see both of the tables here. not sure if we can. They may be too small, but we can certainly try. We're just experimenting here. Tonight is our first night of Poker League of Nations Twitch TV. Looks like I have two sizes on these. Are we on break? Okay, let's cut to break. Okay, we're back. What I'm trying to do is show you both of the tables. But it's not that easy, but that's okay. Perhaps you can see it. You can see it now. Okay, so where we are now is coming back from break. Welcome to the Poker League of Nations official Twitch channel. My name's Stella, and I'm broadcasting live to you tonight from Melbourne, Florida. This evening we're featuring the Poker League of Nations home game club on the PokerStars home game platform. In this tournament, we began with 23 players. Now we have 10 players are left. So we're on two tables. We're five-handed on each. So this is a very interesting dynamic. We saw one short stack on table 2 who was almost out, down to like 1,800 in chips. Has come all the way back to 17,500. So we have the player is all in. The players was sitting out, so now they're just going to automatically fold. Okay, and that is it. So now we can close this table, and we're going to be at a final table. And I'm just going to size it back up for us so we can see it better. And there we have it. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the final table of the Poker League of Nations Home Game Club Tournament Series. No Limit Hold'em Tournament Series. Tonight we have 9 players left. Our chip leader is Belad J1 with 25,047. Our second chip leader is Helix Poker 88 with 23,688. We have J-Lo Harmon with 17,400. Our fourth stack will be Bullish 555 from Canada with 17,164. In fifth, we have Maddie Bumpo with 15,268 chips. In sixth, we have Chicago Blackhawk 21 with 5,353. We have D 2,132, D2132 with 5,109 chips. Heart Fanatic has 3,820 chips, and Alley Cat Alley has 2,201. So there we have it. We have us a final table. And good luck. Good luck, players. So we had to open. Oh, this is very interesting. This is going to be an interesting hand. We've got one all in. So we had an under the gun, 3 times the big blind open by one of the big stacks, and then we have another big stack who 3 bets. Oh my. And now they're all in. Oh my. And there is a full house on the flop, and that that is going to break a big pot. That is going to break a big gigantic pot. And Helix Poker 88 with pocket aces has knocked out 2 players and has taken a commanding chip lead. 7 players are left. 7 players are left. That was an amazing hand. So we had ace against jack and 7-7. Bullish 5-5 had the 7-7s when she opened under the gun, and Helix Poker 88 had the ace when she 3-bet, and Chicago Blackhawk had the jacks when she 4-bet. And then there was a 5-bet shove all in when it come back to Bullish 5-5-5, and then there was an all-in, I don't know, 6-bet or overcall. I'm not really sure. It was just amazing. So it was an amazing hand. Looks like we've lost another player. We had Alley Cat with Ace Jack went all in from the hijack seat, and Helix Poker has to call with any 2, even though she had a good any 2. She had Queen 10 suited and flopped the queen, and Alley Jack did not get an ace, so she's out. Good game to Alley Jack. Alley Cat, I'm sorry. Alley Cat Alley, I apologize. Okay, let's see. Okay, and then it goes check, and then the big stack is raked another pot, and is open now. A min raise open from under the gun. Now that we're 5-handed because one player sitting out. We do have a rule about sitting out. We would really like for you to read it in the announcement section. I will find it if I can find it for you, and just so you know that there is a rule about sitting out. Oh, and we do have some swag. We do have an We have a limited edition PLON Power Swag. That would be the red t-shirt with the gold emblem. If you could message to Jackie Breton, she can help you place your order for that. Let's see. And when you win one of these games, please contact Kathleen Tomey or Jennifer Brown, Germany, to help you in claiming your prize. You will need to pay the shipping cost. Okay? So just click on the little messenger symbol and do a search for Kathleen Tomey or Jennifer Brown, Germany, and send them a message, and they'll be happy to help you claim your prize. Okay, we also have a swag store, and I'm going to put the link in the chat, in the Twitch chat here. In case you want to order some, if you like to order some t-shirts, sweatshirts, shopping bags, a lot of cool stuff, you can just order there. The next game will be Sunday, starting at 10 a.m. Las Vegas time. This No Limit Hold'em will be this Sunday. And that will be the last game of this season. Then we will crown the season champion. And then we'll start all over with all this amazing fun again. Anyway, it's really good practice. I really love it. Okay, a reminder: submit your video. If you plan on, if you want to be in the contest for the $10,000 main event WSOP satellite, Poker League of Nations satellite, staking satellite, then you just submit the video. Tell us what the seat will mean to you if you win, what you do to empower female communities, and what your favorite things about the Poker League of Nations is. Deadline is April 1st. And if you have questions on how that works, it's, our team of ambassadors will review the submissions and select 30 finalists. Then those finalists will be voted on. 12 finalists will be selected and play in the free roll in Las Vegas on June 22nd. With the other ambassadors, for a total of 40 players, a 40-player satellite. And we're going to play. We do have to provide $25 each for the tournament director and the staff, and the host of the tournament. Well, actually, I don't think we pay for the house. We're just going to we're going to be patrons at the house that we're playing at. Okay, let's see. Go back to poker. Kings. Okay, now we have 5 players are left. 1 is sitting out. And we have Helix Poker 88, and it's with chip lead. And then we have Bellad J1, second chip lead. And so Helix Poker 88 has probably twice as much as the other players. So which means that if she decides to get involved with one of those other players and they get all in, their effective stacks, which means that's all of the stack they have, then it's going to cost her half of her stack, at least 50% of her stack. So she'll have to keep that in mind, like I would be. So that if it was me playing, that's what I would be thinking about. Definitely. So how does it work, the staking event? The staking event, the main event satellite is staking satellite has been funded by a generous investor who is anonymous. And the investor will, in the event that the player goes deep, has a deep run and cashes, hopefully, we're going to be cheering this player is going to make the final table, then 50% of that payout is going to the investor. The player will retain the other 50%. That's all. This is after taxes, and there'll be a contract you'll have to sign if you are that lucky winner. I hope it's me. But I hope it's you too. So I hope wish you good luck. If you win. But you have to submit your video. So, like they say, you have to be in it to win it. So play is 5-handed here. We're still 5-handed here. And now there's a flush on the turn. A check on the turn with the flush. So if I were Helix Poker, I'd take another stab at it right here. Yeah. That's very good. And that was a great bet too. Even though 900 seemed like it might have been small, but it was enough to get the job done. And a lot of times people ask, well, how much should I bet? How much should I bet? Well, you should bet enough to accomplish what you're trying to achieve. That's how much you bet. So whatever you think that player will fold, whatever you think you can bet and get that a lick. I don't know the words. To get the player to fold, then that's all you have to do. Yes. Let me see. Okay. Yes. Okay. That's a nice bet. Almost a pot-sized bet. Very nice bet. She probably had an ace with a good ace and doesn't like to flush on the flop. So that's why she bet almost a pot bet. I see that happening a lot. Okay. Let's see. Okay. Okay. If you're just joining us tonight, welcome to the Poker League of Nations official Twitch channel. My name is Stella and I'm broadcasting to you live from Melbourne, Florida, and I'm very excited to be here tonight. I cannot tell you. This is very, very exciting. Although I may be distracted, I'm very, very excited. And I'm happy that you have joined us. And there's no place I'd rather be than here, commentating for you fine ladies of the Poker League of Nations, the world's largest women's poker organization. Oh, we lost a player. Didn't even see it. I'm sorry. I don't know what. Oh, the sitting out player. Okay. So now let's play some cards. Now that the sitting out player is gone. Because no one wants to go out before the sitting out player does. That would be like a shame. And now we get to play deep stack poker again. It appears the stacks are really deep. Let me count them here. Because depending on how big your stack is how, the kind of plays you can make. Some players are not playing the meta game. But if you would like to learn more about the meta game, there is a book that I've read recently, and I don't have it in print. I have it on Kindle, and it is called The Razor's Edge. And I may have a link to it, but it was written by Elke and a couple other guys. Lee Nelson was a champion won the Aussie tournament, Aussie Millions, several years ago. Let's see if I can find it. Yes, I will type that in chat. And the book also has a lot of charts in it. Because they actually take the hands and run them through the computer and tell you what are the hands that you should call or fold with, or certain actions that you should take. They run it a whole bunch of times and get the positive EV. You know, it means that the more times you do it, you're going to end up ahead. But you don't have to memorize those. If you just look at it, you'll know a little bit. It's called The Razor's Edge. It's written by Elke and Lee Nelson, Ty Stribe, and Tony Dunst. Which reminds me, Tony Dunst will be here in Florida on April 6th. He's conducting a women's poker learning session. And this is going to be at the Hollywood Casino in Fort Lauderdale, the Seminole Hard Rock at Hollywood, Florida, near Fort Lauderdale. And they're going to be giving away 5 seats into the $250 ladies event starting at 3 p.m. on April 6th. The seminar, there is a cost though. It's $50. And the seats will be raffled off on a first come, first served basis. I guess you got to get your name on the list with the poker management when you get there. Yes, the Poker Showdown series at the Seminole Hard Rock in Hollywood. Tony will be hosting a beginners ladies instructional brunch. From 11 a.m. till 1:30 p.m. The seats will be given away from between 1:15 and 1:30 at the end. $50 admission. First 50 ladies only. So there is a cap. Check in with Tony J. Burns, the floor manager, the poker manager there, director. Where are we up now? We are still four-handed. J. Lo Harmon is climbing back up. She's come all the way back from 1,800 ships. She's doing an awesome job. We're going to break on 23 minutes to break. This stream is still on a 5-minute delay. Just to protect the integrity of the game, so players can't turn on the stream and see what you have while they're still in the hand. And they can watch the stream on Twitch to see past hands. But now that I'm not in the game, there are no cold cards being exposed. Unless you go to showdown. We're just observing here. So there's a raise. And now we're heads up in this hand. Billad J. Lo Harmon leads out with an over the pot size bet on a board that did not look very threatening, unless the player is holding 9-10, then it would have flopped a open-ended straight draw. J-Lo is putting pressure from the button by raising and taking those blinds. And now she has moved into chip leader. And looks like another nice bet by Helix Poker, and she rakes that pot before this one. And Maddie Bumpo raises and takes it. $2,100 open. It's pretty good. It's not. Well, it is 3 times a big blind still. And there's a 3-bet from Maddie Bumpo. She's got half her stack in there. Would you say she's committed? I would say she's committed. If I call this, I have to call the rest of her stack. I'm almost certainly sure. So, because she's the effective stack. Yep, so Billad just goes ahead and put it in there. Puts it all in there with the flush draw. And the kings hold up. Maddie Bumpo has raised up her stack, leaving Billad very short stacked. It looks like Helix Poker has typed good game in the chat, but she's not out yet. She has chip in a chair. Interesting. So it was very nice raise by Helix Poker. Oh, and now we have a 3-bet by J-Lo Harmon. Matty Bumpo smooth calls and checks the turn when the board pairs. So a nice half pot bet by J-Lo Harmon. And it's unusually cold in Florida today, so I hope you guys don't mind if I put on my red PLON jacket here. Because we really don't even have heaters down here. There's never any need for them. Okay, now we have this short stack all in, and this is a call, definitely 5% with any two. She has to call, even though she's very strong. She had to make that call, so she did the right thing because of the size of her stack. It's the stack to pot ratio that matters. Let's see. I don't know if my beautiful ambassador patch is showing up here. If you're one of the ambassadors and just there you are going to be receiving yours. You'll receive 2. They're free of charge. You just have to send in your address. And then we'll get those out to you. Okay. So Helix takes another pot and gets her stack stronger now, and leaving Matty Bumpo with less chips as she continued with her 9 and a 5 kicker, and she was out kicked by the ace 9 of Helix Poker. Now Matty Bumpo's all in, and again we have to look at how much is going to cost her here to call. It's a little bit more than 10%, but she's also gotten a chance to see the flop, and I mean, sometimes you can continue if you have one card of the suit that's on the flop. And you don't really always have to flop a flush draw or a straight draw sometimes. And sometimes you can actually continue if you had 2 overs, because that was a small flop. You can't always do it. But you can't always do the same thing in poker anyway. You always have to change it up. So you have to balance your line. So sometimes you do yes, sometimes no. Some things you do 80% of the time, but every now and then you might do something different 20% of the time. And then there's the watch rule. If you're not sure what to do, you get a watch with a second hand and a dial like this one. And you look at it so that if it's like between 12 and 8, you'll do 80% of the time what you normally do. And if it's between 8 and 12, you'll do 20% of the time what you normally do. That's my watch rule. But I learned that in a book somewhere. I think it was a book by Lee Nelson. There's actually 2 books. I put the link in the chat. One of the books, The Razor's Edge, and the other one is one. Well, actually, I think there's 2 more. There's Kill Phil, which was the first one, and there was Kill Everybody, which was the second one, and then I think I have all 3 of those on Kindle. Then there's The Razor's Edge, which was the third one. But I believe the only Lee Nelson and maybe Ty Stribe, I think is his name, Tyson Stribe. Those 2 wrote the first 2, I believe. But anyway, if you don't have those, you should read those. It's very interesting. I have a lot of poker books. I've read a ton of them. It doesn't do me that good, but I have to try, right? We have to try. We just have to keep trying. And I'm very excited to be here, just so you know. And then there's Heads Up, No Limit Hold'em. So eventually, the idea is to get heads up. You know, you want to get heads up and win the tournament. This book is about heads up. Heads Up, No Limit. This book was written by Colin Moshman. He also wrote another book called Sit and Go Strategy. And, you know, I played a lot of sit and goes. I've played them online. I've played them in Vegas. It's my favorite game to play. If I can just play those forever, I would. I really love it. Just single table satellites, single table tournaments are my favorite. And there's a lot of good strategy in those books. So if you ever get a chance, you should read them. Okay, very good. Helix Poker raises a short stack and takes it. J-Lo limps for 800 and gets raised 3-bet by Helix on the button. And Matty Bumpo defends the blind. Helix, J-Lo just smooth calls it. Now we get a flop of 2-6 deuce with 2 suited. It's an okay flop to continue. Here's the problem. Now there's a scare card on the turn, and Helix slows down. But J-Lo is acting really weak, so I definitely would put in a value bet here on the end. To perhaps J-Lo Harmon would have folded those crabs. So I would have liked to have seen one more bet there on the end for value. No matter what she had, it doesn't matter if it was ace high. I would have made that bet. Now it goes check, check. Another scary turn card. But I definitely like to capitalize on the scare cards. It's a good spot to make a player believe you had that. There we go. Now there's a bet, a C bet. There's a bet. Yes. Good bet. Okay, players all in. Good game. Now we've eliminated a player. And we're left with three-handed. We're three-handed. I love three-handed. Three-handed is great. We have a break in 9 minutes. So all the stacks are even now. This is a fleshy flop here. The straight fleshy flop here, actually. It's a good place to make a bet with the ace diamond. I don't know. A big diamond. Even if you don't have to, I like it. Because if you don't have one, you have to fold. And then she does fold. Helix raises. Small blind against a big blind. And continues. It's a very good bet. Very good. Very good play. Very good plays. Awesome players. Helix brings it in for a raise there again. A little bit more than double the blind. A little bit more than 2x. I love it. It's a beautiful raise size. I just really like it. Now, this is interesting. We're like, what would she be betting with unless she had an ace? A lot of players bet when they hit the flop, but that's my watch rule. I wouldn't always do it. And checking is okay because especially when the stacks are like this and the blinds are big, so you can control the pot size. Here, if it's anybody has just an ace without a 9 or a deuce, it's going to be a chop pot. I really don't think that J-Lo Harmon has a 9 or a deuce. And then a diamond comes on the river, which is really interesting. And now she decides to make a half pot size bet. So yeah, she might have had. It's possible. She could have had a 9. It's true. She was just slow playing it. That does happen. And that's okay. So J-Lo Harmon and Helix are pretty close. And they've got about 50% more than Maddie Bumpo in their stacks. So Maddie Bumpo is the effective stack right now. So if you get a tangle with her, she's going to cost you 50% of your stack. You have to keep that in mind. There's a pot sweetener. And a seabed. Very nice. Very nice. Very nice hand. Okay, so what else can I tell you about the Irish Poker Open? I've told you about that. Hello and welcome to the Poker League of Nations official Twitch channel. I am so happy that you have joined us here tonight. We are featuring the Home Games Poker League of Nations Club Series. And we have one more game left of the season, and then we'll crown a season champion. This broadcast is coming live to you from Melbourne, Florida, where it is kind of chilly tonight. Usually it's not this cold. And we don't have heaters most of the time. I just like the sunshine all the time. Give me sunshine. Yes. Give me poker and sunshine. We're still three-handed. We're going to break in 1 minute. We're going to have an intermission video for you, and then we'll be right back. All the stacks are pretty even now. It's very interesting. Starting to get good. There we go. We're on break. Hello, 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 and welcome back to the Poker League of Nations official Twitch channel. We are so happy that you are here with us this evening. Coming to you from Melbourne, Florida, and the Poker League of Nations home game tournament club series. We're three-handed here now. We have J-Lo Harmon in first of chips, and Helix Poker 88 second chip lead, and Maddie Bumpo is third in chips, and now she's got her stack all in, which is a little bit less than a pot size bet here. On the river when she was checked to by Helix Poker. And Helix gives it up. So if Helix had maybe like a one pair hand, that was a good fold, because you really, players at this level really are not calling all in bets with just one pair, or really with a so-so kicker. We've been streaming for 3 hours. We started this game at 9. This game has been going for a good while now. But it's been a great game. We've got a 4 card to a flush here. So any spade more than likely was going to take that hand down. Without a spade, you really there's not much you can do. So Maddie Bumpo folds her button, and J-Lo raises her small blind. Helix Poker defends. Let's see what J-Lo does on the flop. She makes a half pot bet. It's a good bet. So stacks are like 50 big blinds and 40. Maddie Bumpo has around 40, and Helix is getting a little bit low. Like around the 20 big blind range, which in today's game, players are shoving 20 big blinds a lot. Ooh, nice pot bet, and she gets a Helix Poker to fold. So, I mean, I think if I were Helix Poker at this point, I'd be looking for a place to go all in or fold. And then I wouldn't be able to be raising. There she goes again. So She's put in a third of her stack, it looks like, on a raise. Because when you put half of your stack, I would say you're pot committed. You know, so no matter what, and now you're up against two other players. Let's see what she does. She's all in. She gets a fold from Maddie Bumpo. What is J-Lo gonna do? She's thinking about it. And she gets the fold through. Very good. Yeah. Maddie raises and see if Helix is going to defend. And it's a very nice bet by Helix on the flop there. Another good bet. Check, check. Yep. That's a good bet. Maddie limps the button. That's okay. I do that often. Probably too much. She goes check bet and takes it. She could have been limping with a good hand too, because a lot of times when you get shorthanded and you only have 3 players and you get this big hand, you know, you're going to raise and only win the blinds and antes when, you know, you're not up against very many players and you could just limp with a big hand and trap somebody. So you have to be aware of that. That could happen. Check, check, and a bet here. I'd like to see a bet here. There it is. There's 1 fold and 2 folds. Very good. I need some sound effects, some clapping. There's one site that I play on that claps. It has like an automatic rail. When you win a hand, it claps for you. I love it. It always helps to have a rail, as far as I know. And there's a bet. It's a lead out bet, so it's a lead bet. So what does she have? Does she have ace king? She played it really slow. Does Helix have ace king or a flush draw? She played it slow. Maybe she has a 9, king 9, perhaps, suited. She's thinking about it. Was it a semi-bluff? Lead out donk bet is what we call. No offense, but that's what they're called. So she's using her time bank and makes the call. King 9 is a straight. Very nice hand. Very nice hand. And she takes the lead. She takes the lead. Helix Poker has got her lead back. And J-Lo is now crippled, but not so, because she still has 15 big blinds. So the key is, how is she going to play her 15 big blinds, right? what is she gonna do with it? That's gonna be all in or fold in today's game. Actually, she doesn't have that many. The blinds have gone up. So she did decide to defend the big blind there, which I think I would have just. I'm not sure. I like to see a squeeze play with any two, actually. But players are more cautious these days. They're not as, women players are never as maniacal as some of the guys are. They're very, very hyper aggro. What a beautiful flop. 2, 4, 5. With 2 clubs. And a bet. Takes it. Yes. She has a commanding lead now. So what are her effectives? Let's see. One stack is only a little bit over 10% of what she has in her stack. And the other stack is just about 20, now a little bit more, maybe 30% of her stack. So it's going to take some time to work on that one. But in the meantime, you have to focus on eliminating a player. You want to eliminate the short stack. I know it's mean, but you have to move up and pay. And so you have to be careful though, because you don't want to make them strong either. Because she did that earlier. J-Lo Harmon, she came back. She was a short stack, and she came back a long, long way from 1800. It was very impressive. Oh, there it is. She's all in. Is she going to get a call? Let's see. How much is it? It's 10. Oh, it's about 6% of her stack, right? Or more. I don't know. I think it's more. It's like 20%. 21 or 2%. Yeah, something like that. It was a little bit too much to call with any two. I would have folded, I guess. Oh, there she comes. She's coming back. And there's a limp. There's a bet. Oh, and there's a raise. So I think it's a good fold on her behalf. Ooh, it's 12:15 in Florida. I don't know what time it is over there, but it's late. But it's not as late as I stayed up last night. Except I only slept about 5 hours, so now it's starting to get to me. So if I look tired, I'm sorry. I'll try not to. checks around, checking with 2 hearts on the flop. I'm surprised. I haven't seen that one much. Checking a good hand on the... Checking a really good hand on the flop would be a really good idea at this point. However, there's not even a value bet coming out here. Checking it down. There's one. Check's in the bank. Yes. Check is in the mail. Uh-oh. That's a fold. Yeah. It's like 20% or so. A little bit more now. Which I'm in the days back at 10 years ago, Lee Nelson and those guys would only call with 10%, but now I see kids calling with 20% of their stack. On just with any 2. Or maybe in anything just a little better than any 2, they definitely call. And that's what the equilibrium, she could study those charts and learn which ones you should call with. If you can remember them, I don't. There was actually a girl at Best Bet that was looking at a chart while we were playing. I can't believe she was doing that, actually. That's very interesting. I didn't say anything. But then I think I may have said something after she did it a few times. She would go, hold on, and she would take out her paper and look. And we were already we were past the middle stages of the tournament. I'm surprised no one said anything. But I'm certainly sure you're not allowed to do that in live tournaments. I might be wrong. If anyone knows, you can feel free to write me or type it in the chat. Okay, now J-Lo Harmon's getting really low. This is just above 10% of Felix Poker Stack, where she would have to call her all in with any 2. So that means J-Lo Harmon should pick something really good. Unfortunately. Because when you get that low, you almost have to play anything that's fairly good. But even a suited king would be good. If Helix calls any 2, I would take it. Oh no, I should have played a suited queen in a tournament that I played recently. Okay. Helix Poker wins the pot with A7 off. A call, insta call, snap call, any 2 call. This is a call. I don't care what it is. Okay, it's not that bad. There's a 10. Oh, there was a 7. Okay, it was a good try. It's a good try. It's a good call. And now things are different. Her stack's bigger. The blinds are getting really high now. So anything could happen. This is very exciting. This is a very exciting game. I'm so very excited to be here. I'm very happy to be here. And I hope you're enjoying the stream as well. Oh, wow. She flopped a full house. That's awesome. That is very awesome. Very nice, Ann. Wow, a 5-8. That's amazing. That's good. That's a good idea, is to open your range on the button. Definitely. That's telling us, any two. There's no reason why you can't just play and raise any two from the button when you're this short-handed. That's very, very good. Helix Poker min raises, a little pot sweetener, I would call it. No, the big overbet. Could it be a semi bluff? 22,000 in the pot. She doesn't have very good odds to call without a flush draw. So limp check. Check. Ooh. It could be a good bet there. It's getting late. I'm having 2 late nights in a row. I'm off tomorrow. That's a good thing. I can rest. I'm going to be exhausted after all this excitement. How are we doing now? Let's see. Check. And a raise. Could she be raising because she has a 6? Does she have a6 or king 6? Uh-oh. She does have a 6. And she did the right thing. Very good. Very good game to J-Lo Harmon, who came back from a stack of 1,800. Awesome. That's wonderful. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we're heads up in the Poker League of Nations PokerStar home games. No Limit Hold'em tournament season for the winner of 2019. And Helix Poker has most of the chips here, so we always have to look at stack to pot ratio, and her stack in relation to Maddie Bumpo's stack is, let's see, about 80% she has her covered. So Maddie Bumpo has about 20% of Helix Poker's stack. And so that tells you what you should do with your strategy against the player. Because we know we could call any two. We could go after this player with 10%. If she had only 10% of our stack, it's like you never get the big stack to fold anything. And the only thing you can really do to defend is you might play the stop and go play. But it might not work. They say it doesn't work anymore. That's old school, they said. It's what I hear. And it's true. I can't get it to work much. I tried. Oh, what an interesting flop. She's pot committed here. It doesn't matter what she has. Helix raises. She's putting the pressure on her, building these pots. That's good. Very good. Raises. Check. If she checks, you bet. The only thing about the C bet is, and it's been working for her really well. It's just that if you do it a lot of times, and you do it too many times, or you do it every time, eventually you're going to get 3-bet. And then you'll have to fold. And sometimes you can just check and you can C-bet the turn and make a delayed C-bet. And one of the exercises in this book, Heads Up, No Limit, is to play heads up against someone. In PokerStars, you can play for play money. I do it all the time. And you can cover your cards. You get just get a sticky note and put that over your cards, and then just play the player by their actions and what they're doing. They're betting, they're checking, what they're raising, whatever. Just without looking at your cards. You should try it. It's a great exercise. Yep, that is still working. Very good. So Helix is putting a lot of pressure on the short stack here. Now she's got check raised after Maddie hit her 4. And that's it. Helix Poker has won the tournament. Congratulations. She had a wheel on the last hand to win the tournament. We want to thank her very much. I want to thank you all for joining us tonight. And we look forward to seeing you again on this channel very soon. Hopefully it'll be this Sunday, but there will be another tournament. And that's all, folks. Thank you so much for watching. We hope you have a great night.